Yo, what's up? Today we have Beast Mode fragrances, Beast Mode designer fragrances. This video has been requested to death on my channel. So I decided today I'll cave in and give you guys what you want. Hey guys, welcome back to Imagine Scent, and today, like I said, we have 10 Beast Mode designer fragrances, designer only, no niche. So this is a list for people who want affordable Beast Mode fragrances. Alright guys, and before I begin the list, I have to say that all these fragrances last at least 8+ hours. 8+ hours, with majority of them lasting 10+ hours, okay? The number one spot is stupid, but I think you guys already know what the number one spot is. There can only be really one fragrance in the designer realm that lasts 15, 16, 18+ hours, okay? I'll be reviewing that at the end of this video, of course. Alright, let's start with the first one, and the first one is from the house of BVLGARI, and this one is the strongest fragrance BVLGARI has to offer from all the ones that I've tried, of course. There's a few of them out there that are not available in Vegas that I haven't tried, but throughout the ones that I've tried, this one is the strongest, and it is a summer fragrance, and this one is AQVA AMARA. Wow, one of my most favorite fragrance of all time for the summer, and this is also in my top 10 list of fragrances. If I can only keep 10 of them and have to sell the rest of my collection, this is one of them that I would certainly keep. I've gotten a lot of compliments of this fragrance, and I think it's due to the fact that it projects so well. It projects really good for 3 to 4 hours, really decently. I get a lot of compliments from work with this. Longevity, 8+ hours, and being a summer fragrance, that's very impressive. A citrus-based summer fragrance that lasts 8+ hours, those are very rare nowadays. A lot of citrus fragrances last 5 hours or less. So yeah, this one definitely a king in performance when it comes to citrus fragrances. Grab it if you can. I heard it is being discontinued. There's a lot of rumors going around, but I think you can still pick this up on the cheap. I have 2 bottles in backup for my own personal use. So yeah, that's just for me though. I love this fragrance. So go out there, grab this fragrance if you can on the cheap right now, because in the future it could be expensive. Next fragrance, I'm not particularly a fan of this fragrance myself. I don't wear it too often, but I gotta give it to it. It is one of the strongest fresh fragrance out there on the market right now. This one is called Dylan Blue by VERSACE. This is uber strong. Out of all the Sauvage interpretation, Dior Sauvage itself, the EDP, Aqua Atlantique, Luna Rosa Carbon, and any other Sauvage and shower gel like fragrances that are out there on the market right now, this is the strongest. Projection wise, it projects forever, man. 5 to 6 hours worth of really good projection. Longevity, 9 hours, 8 to 9 hours, very easily to me. Oh, man, this is just so strong. Scent wise, it is very mass appealing. It's not my cup of tea personally. If I was to wear something like this, I would go for the Sauvage EDP or EDT or Very Cool Spray. I prefer those a lot more in terms of smell, but since this is a beast mode fragrances, I gotta give the king of fresh shower gel fragrance to this one. This one simply lasts so long, lasts the longest amongst all those fragrances. Alright guys, moving on from this point, we have the 10+ hour fragrances, okay? There's not a lot of freshies left on this list. I think there's only one semi-fresh fragrance left on this list. A lot of these are sweet winter, fall heavy fragrances now, okay? And the first one here, 10 hours in performance, a lot of good compliments from my experience, and also really good projection, 4 to 5 hours worth of very good projection. This one is Armani code PROFUMO. Now the record lasting time for me with this fragrance is 12 hours. That's the record time, 12 hours, and it becomes very fleeting off my skin from that point, but it lasts up to 12 hours. That's my record for it, and this is strong, man. When we're talking about projection, this thing is a beast. There's no way at all that you won't be noticed with this fragrance. Now they may or may not choose to say something to you, but they definitely will smell you, okay? And the mass appealing quality of this fragrance has gotten me through a lot of house parties. I really love to wear this fragrance out, especially when I'm going into a crowd. It just gets really nice reaction, and anyone I've had smelled this fragrance just directly on my neck or on my hand really enjoyed it. I've yet to find a person that disliked this fragrance. There's none, to be honest with you, none in my lifetime. If you're looking for a winter fragrance that lasts a very long time, also projects really well, versatile, this can be worn as a signature scent if you want to do that, and also get massively good compliments. Hard to recommend anything else but Armani code PROFUMO. Moving on, guys. This is Valentino UOMO Intense. This is a beast in performance. but not even top 5. Honestly, this is great, but it does not crack the top 5. It barely made it there. It's great though. This is one of my favorite scents in the world. Another one of those fragrances that I would keep if I had to sell everything and keep only 10. This is one that I definitely will keep in my collection. It's one of the only iris heavy fragrances that I love. This thing lasts forever, 11-12 hours very easily. Projection is monster on this. It's so strong. It's very strong. You will not have any complaints at all wearing this fragrances performance wise. Now you might get complaints from other people around you if you overspray this one, so be careful with this. When I wear this fragrance, I only spray 2 spray at most, never 3, because I feel like 2 is simply enough. It's already super strong. So 2 spray with this fragrances, and the record amount of compliments I ever got from this is also insane. I'll share more of that story in my most complimented video that I will eventually do sometime this month. I know you guys have been requesting that. I've never done a most complimented list on my channel before, but it is coming before Christmas time. Alright guys, so stay tuned for that one. I'll explain more on my stories of Valentino UOMO Intense. Alright guys, next fragrance, just barely missing a top 5 spot, is one that I've talked about a lot in the past few months, and I don't really feel like talking about it anymore, so we're gonna run through this really quickly. This one is called Ultramel by Jean-Paul Gaultier. Again, 8 to 12 hours very easily, depends on the day. Sometimes I get 8 hours, sometimes I get ridiculous amount of hours from this fragrance, but one thing that never changed is the projection. It is really strong, the projection. This is another one of those fragrances that I only wear 2 sprays, sometimes 1 spray, okay? Really good for parties, really good for clubbing. That's all this fragrance is, really. There's not much other situation you can wear this fragrance at. I think that's why not a lot of people own this fragrance or gravitate towards this one, because it's so limited in the times that you really want to wear it, you know? All the other times, like office wear, signature scent, you have better fragrances than Ultramel, but for parties, undeniably, this is one of the best fragrances still. Very beast mode performance, also super mass appealing. The girls just seem to really like this one. The girls in my social circle anyway seems to really like this one. Breaking into number 6, we have SPICEBOMB Extreme. Now this is so beast. This is so beast that I wear it to bed sometimes. I do like to wear it to bed, and I can smell it when I wake up, like 12-13 hours later. I don't know exactly how long this fragrance lasts, but easily 12+ hours. And you know how sometimes you spray fragrances on yourself and you don't really smell it throughout the day? Like other people smell it off you, you don't smell it yourself. Your nose get used to the fragrance, yada yada. I don't have that with this. I don't have any of that problem with this. I always smell this. I almost constantly smell this fragrance. Like 7 hours down the line, I smell this. 10 hours down the line, I still get whiffed of this. It is an insane fragrance when it comes to projection and longevity. Again, I don't know exactly how long this thing lasts. I've not tested it that far. Every time I wear it, I always sleep before I can get the actual count. so very beastly projection fragrances. I would say the performance is a little bit over the top. You never need a fragrance to perform this well, but again, this is the top beast mode fragrance list. So number 6 spot, SPICEBOMB Extreme. Actually, I'm surprised this is only number 6. Number 5, guys, I didn't mean number 6, okay? Number 5. From this point on, these fragrances are very strong, okay? Number 4 spot is the only fragrance from this point on that I feel comfortable wearing, alright? And this fragrance is the last fresh fragrance, well, semi-fresh fragrance, and it made it to number 4. This is AZZARO's Wanted. This is a 1 spray fragrance for me. I normally don't wear it past 1 spray. 2 sprays at max for me, but 1 generally is enough. This thing is so strong. My little brother has a bottle. He actually used this fragrance to cover out bonfire smell. He likes to go to bonfire. He's all covered in smoke and booze, whatever smell that is at bonfires usually, and 1 spray of this covers everything right up. It seriously does. And this one, on record, the longest it ever lasts on me is 18 hours long. 18 hours long. It doesn't seem to go away. That's with me washing my hand, taking a shower, whatever I did that day, is still stuck to my skin. And the projection, like I said, extremely strong. This is a 1 spray fragrance for me, at most 2 sprays, okay? And it surprised me because this is a semi-fresh fragrance. Yes, it is spicy, it does have the ginger smell, but it's still considered a fresh fragrance. Amongst these winter heavy, deep tonka bean, whatever notes, this thing stands at one of the beastliest fragrances ever in the designer world, which is extremely surprising for me. AZZARO Wanted, number 4. Alright, number 3 spot. This thing projects so so strong that I don't wear it. I literally cannot wear it in Vegas. I choke myself out every time I wear it, so I might be looking to sell this actually because I physically cannot wear it, okay? This one is 1 million PRIVE. This is a one spray fragrance at most to me, and again, it's so annoying. It projects so well and it cloys my nose, okay? I'm very annoyed every time I wear this. It smells really good. It smells just like the fall time. It smells like the very, very accurate interpretation of a fall fragrance. It smells so good, but every time, man, every time I wear this, it is annoying. It's really, really annoying. I would say in terms of longevity, this might not beat the number 4 or the number 5 spot, Spice Bomb Extreme, but in terms of projection, this thing is through the roof amazing. Will cut through any temperature whatsoever. I don't care if it's negative 50 Fahrenheit. I don't care if it's negative 30 Celsius. This thing will cut through it easily. All right, number 2 spot. This is also a very, very strong fragrance that again, I don't wear. Okay, you guys, some of you guys might be mad at me, like, why do you put fragrances that you don't wear on here? But well, because this is a beast mode fragrances, and you guys gotta remember, I live in Las Vegas, a really, really hot city, okay? I can't be wearing these beast mode projection all the time. I would die, really. So, number 2 spot, let's get right into it. 1821 Man-Made Sweet Tobacco Spirit. Much like 1 million PRIVE, these two are actually very, very close in performance. This one I find just slightly bit more pungent, slightly bit more strong. I think it's due to the nature of the smell. This is a honey fragrance. This is a very, very thick smelling fragrance. This one is more synthetically sweet. It is a thick fragrance, but this one is a thick fragrance. It smells very syrupy, honey-like. Yeah, it is strong. It is very, very strong. Projection, very, very good. Rivals 1 million PRIVE very easily, but this one does last longer. It does last just a little bit longer. Like I said, they're very, very close. I could easily interchange them if I want to. But yeah, number 2 spot, 1821 Man-Made Sweet Tobacco Spirit. Last one, guys, the number 1 spot. This one is no competition. No competition. No fragrances in this list even comes close. Even if I combine all 9 of those fragrances into one concoction of a fragrance, it would not touch the number 1 spot, because this fragrance, 18 hours is a walk in the park with it, okay? This doesn't come off. You can take 5 showers, it would not come off you. This one is DIOR Homme PARFUM. The person who created this fragrance really, really wanted people to smell it. That's for sure. They really want this to hit other people's face. Yes, it has a really beautiful smell, and as a person who doesn't really like iris fragrances or iris heavy fragrances, I do really, really enjoy this one. This one does not just have iris, but has a very strong leather note as well, which makes this very, very masculine. More masculine than the other ones in the DIOR Homme line, in my personal opinion, and it is the strongest fragrance designer wise on earth. Again, no competition. 18 hours, walk in a park, piece of cake, whatever terms you want to use to describe how easy it is for this fragrance to reach 18 hours. DIOR Homme PARFUM, the strongest fragrance in the designer world. No competition. This one is a little bit harder to find in the US. Maybe ask some friends in the UK or Europe to buy you one if you want a cheaper price. So yeah, guys, that's it. Number 1 spot, beast mode fragrances, DIOR Homme PARFUM. Alright guys, that's it for my top 10 beast mode designer fragrances. I hope it was worth the wait. And also, one more thing I want from you guys. Let me know down in the comment section below if I missed any of the beast mode fragrances that are in your collection. Remember, designer only. Don't give me some unwashed interlude, man, or something that's niche, alright? It's designer only, okay? Give me some beast mode designer that you want me personally to check out. Alright guys, and with that said, have a happy holiday. I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. Peace and bye.